Okay, all right. Hi, everybody. We're up Lookout near the Idaho border, Montana-Idaho border.
We've established that.
Yeah, we have established that.
Multiple times.
Yes. Jan and I have established that. This will be our second night tonight, and then tomorrow we go home. I don't know when I'm going to put... I'm going to pause here and show you the stairway we had to come up.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. I'll show that to you.
For nobody.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay, I did it. Yeah, 60 steps. 60 steps. The first time we did it, I was a nervous wreck. It was really hard. I think the video actually makes it look worse than it is because when Janet and I do it, most of the time we just look at the stairs, at the wooden stairs. We're not looking up. So
watch where you're putting your feet.
Watch where you gotta put your feet. When we came up, there was a, what's that?
How you say?
Yeah. How do you say in English? Trapdoor.
Oh, the trapdoor.
The trapdoor that had a padlock on it.
Our girl did an excellent job with the trapdoor.
I was a little freaked out because, at that point, that's the worst part of the stairs right there. They're the steepest, and they're the highest, and they're the scariest, and there was a padlock, and I had to get the padlock code and unlock that padlock, and I had to get close enough to it that my bad eyesight could see the numbers. And so I could not sit down and do it. I had to stand up. So that was a little, that was a little something. But I did it. I did it. I got it done, and then we had to push that trapdoor up, and it's pretty heavy. And then we've got it attached with a chain they have supplied so it doesn't bonk down, hit you on the head. Anyway, we're up here, and we did bring some knitting as usual, so I thought we'd show that. You want to go first?
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
yeah, I can do that.
Oh, yeah, Janet's sweater.
Here's the famous sweater that we've been talking about for several episodes.
I have sweater envy.
I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. Very variegated striping. 4 colors. Only ended up with 3 colors on the sleeves because I only had one skein of yellow. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. Very happy.
It looks really nice, and it looks really nice on.
And this is the second time I've made it. I'm also working on the third time. This is the same sweater, but with bulky yarn.
Now, I did not realize that was the exact same pattern.
Pattern.
How'd that get by me?
The first pattern was with, this pattern was with worsted. The first time I made it was with DK, and this is bulky.
And so the pattern has the measurements for all. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 different patterns.
I guess I need to get this pattern from you, don't I?
You could. This one or the previous one that was DK.
Very nice. I love that yarn. That is going to be so pretty.
Well, this is Noro.
It's got such variation in it. You probably can't see it on the video because it's so dark. But the variation is really, really pretty.
It's kind of they call it a tweed.
It's lovely.
I don't know if I'd call it tweed.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it tweed either. Tweed's not a good enough name for it.
Yeah.
Needs more than that.
Oh, and the sock. Oh, the sock. Here's the sock. I was working on this the last time we videoed.
Dust flies off.
Uh-oh. The trails are dusty here this week. This is yarn that Victoria gave me. I don't know the name of it. We'll put it up.
We'll figure it out.
Something about a rock.
Yep. Janet's a rock person.
I'm very thrilled with the way they turned out.
It's really
the
nice.
color
How's
waves.
it feel? Is it good feeling?
It's good feeling. It feels
Yeah.
like it'll be warm. I'm ready to take it off now.
It's warm up here.
It's nice yarn.
That's really pretty.
There, I took it off.
And the Kool-Aid socks. We still haven't seen the finished
the Kool-Aid socks.
Yeah.
I brought them.
Did you?
You go.
Okay,
I
I'll
will
go.
find the Kool-Aid socks.
I'll go. What I've been working on is this sweater. You guys have already seen it started, but I have finished the body and I'm working on the sleeves. And I just started the sleeves up here. I'm knitting them at the same time. Janet loaned me size 4 needles so I can do that. And I'm really excited to have this finished. This is the confetti sweater. And I'm knitting it with Christmas Advent yarns from my exchange with Laura and Pat. I actually remembered 2 names today. Oh, miracle. And I'm really happy with that.
FYI, happy hour was 30 minutes ago.
Cocktail hour has already started. Oh, you do have them done, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You ready?
Yep, go right ahead.
So this is also Noro yarn that was dyed with Kool-Aid, orange Kool-Aid. As I was knitting, I thought I was okay with this dark, dirty looking section, but decided I would cut that out after a little while. I figured this part's in the foot, not so bad. What you're going to see is pretty decent orange looking.
Sherbet looking.
Yeah, so I kind of pieced it together. This must be the first sock that I made. It's all ugly. Yeah, doing it with the Kool-Aid was great fun. Not difficult at all. You don't need a mordant. The color stays by itself, as many mothers will testify to. And it's just your basic, there's no pattern. It's just a eye of the partridge heel with a heel flap and simple vanilla sock.
I have partridge heel. I need to try that out. It's really close to the I can't.
It's just a heel flap with, on the heel flap you slip every other knit stitch.
Oh, okay. You lost me at heel flap. I'm over it.
Okay.
What caused this?
That's just the
the
way
yarn.
the yarn was very light and then a darker tan.
Oh.
And the darker tan
just did not take
just
that
didn't
orange
take
well.
the yarn well, yeah.
As long as they're for you, who cares, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
And if somebody else didn't like it.
And that part's in my shoe anyway,
yeah,
mostly.
No kidding. Yeah, they look like sherbet socks.
So that's the
They look warm
Kool-Aid
too.
socks. Yes, they are very warm.
Yeah, we had those up at Huckleberry Lookout.
Mm-hmm.
You were working on them.
Yeah.
I'm moving up there. Okay, the other thing I've got going is this. Yeah, doesn't look like much yet. But this is called the Flutter Butt Shirt. Don't ask me why. I think it has to do with butterflies.
Okay.
Flutter Butt Shirt. The pattern also has Flutter Butt Shorts you can make to go with it. Now, it's not done. It's not done, but it's going to fit. And this is with that tencel yarn I won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do something with that because it was really pretty yarn.
Very nice.
And I was looking at patterns, and I'm not sure how to put this. I'm kind of old, and I don't usually go for the sexy, pretty knits.
Uh-huh.
But I will stick a picture in of this, and it is definitely sexy, pretty, in my opinion. So I'll be picking up at the sleeves, and you pick up a lot more stitches than you need, and so it creates this lace, or fluttery looking at the sleeves and on the bottom. So I'll probably end up wearing this with something under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did not, do you think I gauged? I did a gauge swatch for this?
No.
Not at all. I was so happy when I did the 3 needle bind off on the shoulders. And then before we came up here, I tried it on real quick and I was like, thank goodness it fits. I would have felt really silly. And I would have had to give it to someone else. Because I wasn't going to start it over. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
That's pretty.
It is pretty, isn't it?
Pretty fabric.
Yeah, that tencel yarn is interesting. Like I said, I guess the reason behind the tencel yarn is that, I've read different things. It's made out of wood. And they try to maximize resources and minimize environmental impact. But then I also read that the chemicals they use in it are non-toxic, but they could cause irritation to your skin if you're really sensitive. It shrinks a little bit, about similar to cotton. So it says, make sure you wash it,
cool.
Wash it cool. But anyway, she describes the pattern designer describes this as a flirty shirt, so fun and frilly you will feel like you can fly.
Oh, that's a good selling point.
It is.
This is fingering, huh?
Oh, yeah. It might even be less than fingering.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll want to wear something under that.
Yeah, you definitely will. But,
pretty, though.
Yeah,
A
okay.
white camisole?
Yeah. I might have you help me figure. Yeah, white camisole. And I have one of those at home, so I might be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I thought, I want to do something different. Something I don't normally do for myself. Because we all deserve.
Where's the rest of the yarn?
It's right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're not almost done, are you?
I know, I got a whole nother skein. This used almost all of one skein. I got a whole nother
pretty.
Skein. Yeah, it is pretty. And then I wanted to thank Linda, one of my viewers, because she sent this. Linda Willer. And I marked a bunch of the patterns I might like. I like this one on the front.
With the,
Yeah.
Is that a bison or a bear?
I think it's a bear. Pretty sure it's a bear. I did not so much like the one for Glacier. That's not a favorite of mine.
Uh-huh.
That's not one I liked. I like that one. I like the different textures in that. I'll show you guys pictures of these.
Oh, there's the glacier hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd need really
You'd have to have the right
specific yarn for the rocks
You
there.
would. You would. You really would. You'd have to get really correct on that. No, you know. I like
That's
that one.
pretty.
I like that one, the Grand
Teton.
Grand Teton one. I like that, although I've never been there. I like the Yellowstone one.
Uh-huh. That'd be good to wear hunting.
I like the Joshua Tree one.
Pretty. Solid green.
And the Katmai.
Catmine.
Oh,
it's a bear.
That's the one. It's the
It's
bear.
a grizzly.
I like that one too.
Fishing at the rocks.
And they're all worsted weight.
Mm-hmm.
So they should go pretty quickly. So we'll see. We'll see what I make out of that. But thank you, Linda. That was a huge surprise. And I really appreciate it very much.
Oh, we got an
I
interloper.
do have an interloper. Get away from me. Get away from my drink. I can't think of anything else we need to talk about. I'll show you some more of what we've been doing up here. It hasn't been a whole lot, but it's been nice. This lookout has screens for 3 windows, which has really been appreciated. I'm going to have to take a break and kill that little sucker. Huh?
You just told the world we're going to kill a living being.
Murder.
We are.
Murder's going to be committed here in a minute. So that's been nice. We have some windows we can open and not let too many bugs in. And the views have been pretty, but you'll see all that in a little bit. Anything you want to say? Oh, there has been talk of a bear. People have, in the journal, people have talked about seeing a black bear up here, but, you know, we haven't seen it.
If we don't see it, it doesn't exist.
But we know the,
Pack rat?
what's the English name for it?
How do you say?
How do you say pack rat? Yeah, we know pack rats exist because they tried to get into the lookout last night. It sounded like my cat's wanting in.
Scratching at the
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
windows.
Let us in, let us in. Yeah, that guy's going to die. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
We're going to get back to our drinking.
Cheers.
And our murdering.
I'll get the fly swatter.
Okay, drink and murder. Here we are on our way to the lookout. 17 miles of dirt road. But it wasn't too bad. We get our first look at the lookout. And here's the outhouse that came with it. Way down at the bottom, of course. Another look at the lookout. Somebody wrote up, up on this rock. Painted it. Here I am carrying some things up, some water. And here's a sped up video of Janet coming up. I'm at the top. She's at the bottom, obviously. Yeah, it takes a while to get up there. I'm here to tell you you can do it.
Oh, thank you. My cheerleading team.
Oh. But once you get up there, the views are really, really nice. Pretty all the way around. It's a gorgeous forest up there. Janet and I did go on a short hike while we were there. You can tell that fall has obviously arrived at this elevation. It was really pretty though. Lots of huckleberry bushes, but we didn't find any huckleberries. Janet and I brought up plenty of food for the 2 of us. Obviously too much food, but it was all really good. And we really enjoyed watching the shadow of the lookout on the trees. I thought that was really cool to watch. Made some really interesting shadows. The sunset's really pretty. The sunrises were also gorgeous from up there. We did quite a bit of knitting. We did some indoors, and we also did some outdoors when it got a little warm inside. But it was never too bad up there. It's always some kind of a little breeze that high. Here's the inside of the lookout. It was really clean and pretty. Well taken care of. That was really nice. And here we are, out knitting on the outside.
The veranda.
Yeah,
the lanai.
I like it.
The catwalk.
It's quite the little view.
Hiding from the sun.
Oh, man, yeah. In the journal, there were obviously other people who were really bothered by the height, even more than I was. And here we are, after we've made our first trip up, trying to figure out how best to get down again. Good. I like that.
I thought it was going to be 4 staircases.
That's good. Just 3. And if you're wondering what keeps the lookout up there, it's these cables. There's 4 cables attached to posts on the ground. Not sure if I felt better about seeing those or worse. On the last day up there, as we were packing things out, we made use of this 5-gallon bucket they have up there attached by a rope to lower some of our things down. That worked out pretty well. I'll be right here for
You
you.
can pick up the pieces.
You got the padlock somewhere?
Yeah, it's hanging off my pocket.
Okay. It's a big trap door.
Oh, it's a big hole.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's got some... I didn't notice those.
Yeah, the counterbalance.
Oh, I did not see them before.
You didn't think... You thought you were Charles Atlas. Oh, I guess you got to spin the numbers for it to stay
Do you?
shut. Yeah,
Oh, for it to stay shut. Okay.
yeah,
That work?
that worked.
Well done, Janet. Oh, geez. Okay, one more lookout trip. On September 15th, Kim and Larky and I drove up to Hornet Lookout. It has a beautiful view. There is a 1 mile hike you have to make to get to the actual lookout. You can't drive right to it. As told by Kay Bjork, and I will include the link to this below, the Fire Lookout program began in the late 1800s when lookouts were enlisted to hike from camp to a mountain to scan for signs of fire or smoke. To gain a better vantage, they cobbled together platforms in trees, and the modern lookout was born. In the beginning, the lookouts extinguished the fires themselves, but by the 1930s, 5,000 lookouts had been built in the U.S. The life of a lookout was lonely. They were stationed on site 24 hours a day between June 15th and September 15th, and a packer delivered supplies and mail just once or twice in a summer. In the evening, lookouts used the phone lines to catch up with one another. Along the North Fork, where this lookout is located, men sang and played music over the open line. The essential functions of fire lookouts began to diminish with the development of infrared detection and the use of airplanes and helicopters to patrol for fires. Montana had 639 lookouts at one point. Today, about 130 remain, and only 40 of them are seasonally staffed. There are 12 lookouts in northwest Montana that are available for rent. That's our food bags hanging up to keep them away from the mice that I hear running around at night. Kemp's taking down the ladder so we can get up to the cupola. That's how that works. Okay, everybody. Today has been our only full day up at the lookout has been today. And I brought something up to show you guys. I finished my Advent sweater. This is this is called the Confetti Sweater by Vera Valcamy. And I made it with the Christmas Advent yarns I got from Laura and Pat that we exchanged. I made sure the sleeves matched because I thought, I liked it, and I thought it would take away a little bit of the, confusion. I enjoyed matching the arms, and I think it looks really nice, and I really like the sweater. I was reminded when I was looking at this that this pattern was gifted to me from Linda Willer. Hi, Linda. The same person that gave me that National Parks knitting book. And I've knit this pattern 3 times now. So Linda, that was a really good purchase. And I really appreciate it. I also wanted to point out again that this isn't the only thing I've made from that Advent yarn. I made this cowl, which I wasn't prepared enough and I didn't bring up the pattern name, but I'll put it down below. I've made this cowl from those yarns. And I have also made these mittens from that Christmas Advent yarn exchange Pat and Laura and I did. And I've really enjoyed it. And I have, aren't those beautiful? I'll put the pattern name down for the mittens too. I think they're really nice. It's warm up here, but it's not bad. So it doesn't feel too bad. Anyway, I am thrilled with it. I think it looks really nice. I really like this pattern. It has a kind of a really full bottom, which I think works out really well. I like it a lot. I think it turned out really well. So I really want to thank Pat and Laura for doing that exchange with me. It's been fun. I do have one skein of yarn, a complete skein of yarn left that Pat included in her package that I think I'm going to knit the Fruit Loop gloves out of it so I can have Christmas gloves, because if anybody's been watching for a while, they know that Larky one time ate one of my pairs of Christmas gloves from that Fruit Loop pattern that I had knit, and one from the Halloween pair of Fruit Loop gloves that I knit. And he left me a right and a left, so I have a mixed pair that I wear most of the time when we go when we hike Larky in the fall and winter. But it would be nice to have that official Christmas, so I think I'm going to do that. All right. Oh, I have been working on something else, and I'll show that too. I have been working on my Flutterbutt shirt. I'm not sure Kim has heard the name of this before, and he's holding the camera. So this is my Flutterbutt shirt. I thought I might have it finished by the time we got here, but I do not. But it's very close. It's very close. The ruffles are mostly done. They are done on the sleeves. I haven't woven in the ends yet, so I have to excuse that. They are finished on the sleeves. You'll see those sleeves. And then I'm working on the bottom ruffles. It's taken a while because there end up being almost 400 stitches here around the bottom. It takes a while to get around on that. This is a size 6 needle I'm using. The pattern calls for 6 and 8, but I used 6 and 4, and I knit a size large, and it fits just fine. I think I'm really going to like it. Yeah, it's like I said before, it's a different pattern for me, but I think it's going to be pretty. I don't have a lot of yarn left. I'll show you how much I've got. I've just got this little bit. And I can, this tencel is really thin. It might almost be thin, like a thin fingering. So I can go around here a few more times, but I'm getting close to getting done. And I'll bind off and get these ends woven in. I think I'm going to have to do some knots because I don't think this tencel is going to hold on having anything the ends woven in without doing a knot. It's too slippery, kind of like cotton yarn. Anyway, I'm excited to have that finished, and when I do, I'll show you guys a picture of it. One other thing I've been doing, and I wanted to mention since we've been up here, is I have been getting through this book by my friend Chris Latre, and it's so good. I really love the book. Yeah, it's been really, he's done such a great job on this. This is his third book. I really liked his first one, which was One Sentence Journal. And then he did a second one where he did poems. And it was really good too. This is his third book. He is Montana's poet laureate right now. And I'll just read a little bit of the inside to give you an idea what it's about. Growing up in Montana, Chris Latre always identified as Indian. Despite the fact that his father fiercely denied any connection, he found Indigenous people alluring, often recalling his grandmother's consistent mention of their Chippewa heritage. When Latre attended his grandfather's funeral as a young man, he finally found himself surrounded by relatives who obviously were Indigenous. Who were they, he wondered, and why was I never allowed to know them? Combining diligent research and compelling conversations with authors, activists, elders, and historians, Latre embarks on a journey into his family's past, discovering along the way a larger story of the complicated history of Indigenous communities, as well as the devastating effects of colonialism that continue to ripple through surviving generations. And as he comes to embrace his full identity, he eventually seeks enrollment with the Little Shell tribe of Chippewa Indians, joining their 158-year-long struggle for federal recognition. Both personal and historical, becoming Little Shell is a testament to the power of storytelling, to family and legacy, and to finding home. Infused with candor, heart, wisdom, and an abiding love for a place and people, Chris Latre's remarkable journey is both revelatory and redemptive. And he's put a lot of himself in this book. I just wanted to give a shout out to Sally from Sally's Backyard. I noticed she checked this out of the library and she's excited to read it. She's a fan of Chris Latre's too. So hi Sally, I hope you enjoyed the book as much as I do. I am getting really close to finishing it, and And I gotta say, I'm almost sad that I'm almost done with it because it's really a good read. Okay, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. Okay. Hi again.
Hey.
Yeah, this is our second time up to Hornet Lookout, and it's a. I think you get forgetful how hard up that hike is.
Yeah, you get older too.
You get older too. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you have to hike up a mile to get here, and it's uphill, and it's really uphill, and it man, that's hard. We did that twice yesterday. You know, just a reminder, we have to carry up our water, our food, our clothes, his bedding, our sleeping bags,
Firewood,
if
if you want to bring some.
If it's going to be cold at night and you want firewood, you better bring firewood. I can't think of anything else. Man,
That's enough.
2 trips of hauling stuff up that hill. That was probably the hardest thing I've done since Sticky Lake.
Yeah. In the last 3 weeks. Yeah.
Had a ladybug on me. It was tough. And then today we went down the hill again and brought up a couple more gallons of water and some more wood because it was chilly last night. But yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, and the cooler. We brought up a cooler. We were talking about that today, and we were like, I said, we could have done without the cooler. We could have just not brought anything cold to eat or drink. It's a small, it's a smallish, medium-sized cooler. It's not big, but it's really heavy. With drinks in it and stuff. But anyway, here we are. And I forgot to tell you, while Kim was filming me over on the other side, all those mountains behind us are in Glacier National Park. So we are not in the park. I don't think you can rent a lookout in Glacier National Park. I'm pretty sure you can't. Yeah, I've never heard of one that you can rent. They have some that are not in use but are still there, and they have some that are still in use, but I don't think you can rent any of them. But we are in Flathead National Forest here on this, where we're at. But the park is basically, what would you say, across the road.
Yep.
That's how, that's how they put it. So, yeah. So, yeah, it'll be something to consider whether we ever come up here again. That haul up's hard. If we had backpacking sleeping bags, which were really lightweight, that would make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. But anyway, I did want to talk about yesterday while we were here, a couple showed up, and you talked to him more than I did.
Yeah.
A man and a woman, and they were from where?
Wisconsin.
So this little hike up here, this mile hike up here, is listed as a hike. So people who are staying in the area or whatever sometimes will drive up to the trailhead and just hike up. And so you just kind of got to expect that while you're here.
Yeah.
You got your windows all pretty much uncovered in the lookout, and so you kind of got to keep an eye on if anybody's coming up the trail. But they showed up. Wisconsin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were from Wisconsin, yeah. And they're really nice. They came and they looked around a little bit, and then we finally introduced ourselves. What did he say anything?
He just said it's the first time out here.
Oh, that's right. And it was his girlfriend's first time out west, wasn't it?
And how could you possibly find a place like this to rent? How do you do that? And he came in and took pictures inside and did a little video to show his friends about the accommodations and how cool this place is. So,
Yeah, we kind of explained what you have to drag up and stuff. You don't have to bring your propane stove. They do have one available, but you have to bring up your own propane. I don't know what that dog's doing, but he's been pretty good. And now I think he's hot and he's digging himself a hole. Anyway, so yeah, that was kind of, oh, and the other interesting thing was he said his girlfriend was outside and he was inside with us, and he says, I plan on proposing while we're here on this trip. And I thought, wow. I said, good luck with that. That's really cool. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then today when we went down, there was a couple and their dog at the trailhead that had driven up in
ATV.
an ATV,
Oh.
thank you. And we said hi to them, and they were from
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. So you never know who you're going to meet out here. They did not come up here. They were real curious about what we were doing.
Didn't even know the lookout existed.
Yeah, they didn't seem to know the lookout existed, which was a little odd because there's signs on the road about it and stuff.
That's what the road's called.
Yeah, Hornet Lookout Road.
Lookout Road.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird they didn't know it was up here. We kind of tried to explain it to them a little bit. I don't think they understood that we were renting it. Wow, he's got a project going there. But anyway, yeah, that was interesting. It was, we talked to them a little bit. They were really friendly, and they said they'd been here before, or they'd been to this area.
Yeah.
And this area is the North Fork area, part of Glacier. They call it the North Fork area, and it is pretty. It's different from where most people go in Glacier, but
And
it's pretty.
much rougher to get to.
It's hard, yeah.
It's a rough road
It is hard. It's a tough road.
for a long ways. Yeah.
Yeah. And that is why I didn't suggest that Carol and Zach come up here. I think the North Fork people make a point of not improving that road.
Mhm.
I don't think they want it paved because they want to keep people away. And yeah, it's not an easy drive up here. It's doable, and a lot of people do it. But I think that's pretty much how people feel who live around here in the North Fork area. Anyway, so I've showed you what we've done up to this point tonight. Today's just been going down and getting more stuff, and then napping.
Took a really nice nap.
I did. Kim cut up a little more wood. It's just a ladybug. So we'll have a little more wood for tonight. I wish we had a thermometer. Got pretty chilly last night. My nose got pretty cold. But the hot coffee tasted really good this morning.
Yeah.
It's still a little smoky around here. So the sky, it's still a little hazy in places. Might be a good sunset tonight, though.
Yep.
Getting some clouds built up, so I'm kind of excited about that. It's been, we're really close to a full moon, so the stars haven't been great.
Yeah. Shouldn't be any stars tonight.
Yeah, so that was a little, whatever. You go with what you got. I can't think of anything else. I could check my notes that I need to say. I want to remind everybody that yarn in my Flutter Butt shirt, that name cracks me up, was a giveaway from Two Sheeps on Instagram. Two Sheeps yarn. So look them up. And it was Tencel yarn, Dizzy Daisy. And I really appreciate winning that. I won one skein and then I bought the second one so I could make that. I was going to say there's no off the porch this time, but I did take some video of the ducks and chickens. They're still around, and I cleaned the ducks pool and I took a few pictures of the chickens and them in it, and there is some way off the porch. I think we're just going to go enjoy our afternoon and evening. The weather up here is perfect right now. Couldn't be nicer. Yeah, for mid-September, this is exceptionally nice, huh?
Yeah. Because a week ago it snowed.
Oh, up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were lucky.
Yeah, we've read in the journal that people who came up here in June got snow on them for the first day of the season. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna sign off. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.
Our second night up there, we got extremely lucky. About 4 a.m., Kim stepped outside and noticed that the northern lights were there.